50 seconds before the hour of 7 o'clock. These are the sounds of the twangy guitar man, Dwayne Eddy and his group, with 40 miles of bad road. When you came on your radio, the 50 miles and only like the one place in Buffalo. The temperature 70 degrees on the Dick Bialdi Show. WKBW summertime, 26 minutes and 35 seconds before 7.
Oh, you are not going to eat all of that, are you?
What'd you say?
What ice cream is that?
Neapolitan.
I don't feel compelled to eat all of that.
Going to waste.
So if it's all right, I'm going to put these candlesticks here and the big box.
That is what I would do, yes, but you do need to wrap them first.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Francine, now I was wondering about this chafing dish, which we have practically never used.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want one of these yourself?
No, I sure don't.
Because I do love to entertain, but for the life of me, I can't remember the last time we did. Still, it does seem a shame to give it away because it's such a lovely thing, isn't it?
Yes.
And it looks so lonely sitting there in the cupboard, so I was wondering if this might be the sort of thing that would be useful to you?
Oh, thank you. I couldn't take that.
See how sad he looks.
You don't want to be giving that to me.
But nonetheless, I am offering.
No, I don't think I should.
Well, you think about it.
But thank you for
You
offering.
think about it and you let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
And do put some paper around those.
Yes, ma'am.
That is a funny word, isn't it? Neapolitan.
Funny what way?
Well, what do you suppose is the origin of that?
Naples, I imagine.
Naples.
City of Naples?
No.
Upper pertaining to?
That would not be my first guess.
Yep.
I would think that it would have something to do with neo, as in something new. And then there's the politan part, which to me would suggest a city, like metropolitan.
Could be.
Meaning new city or something to that effect.
Told you what I did.
Because a person from Naples, I mean, they wouldn't be called, well, not Napoleon, I suppose. I guess that was already taken, huh? Though we do say Italian, but cities though, and specifically ones that end in S, because there must be a rule of some sort, don't you think? Help me think of a city other than Naples that ends in an S. Oh, fiddle.
Des Moines.
Not a silent S.
Brussels.
Oh, all right. And how do we refer to them?
Belgians.
The people from the city.
Never met anyone from Brussels.
Oh, but there has to be a word.
Well, look it up.
Where?
Dictionary.
It's not going to say this is the capital of Belgium. And by the way, the people who live there are called...
Give Sally a call.
She wouldn't know that.
She and Ray went to Paris.
So?
So, close to Brussels.
Sally never knows those sorts of things.
Oh,
What?
Parisians.
What about them?
Paris ends in an S.
It's not Brusselsasians.
Or Nice.
I'm serious.
It's got the S sound.
That's not Netians like Grecians.
No. Niçois.
No, I know
Know
that.
that salad your sister
No, but
makes?
that's French.
It's a French city.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm saying, how would we say in English? Well, now I don't remember the original question.
Brussels.
No.
Des Moines.
No.
Naples.
Naples, and I don't think Neapolitan. Now, how would that become Neapolitan?
Muscovites.
What?
People from Moscow.
Well, I give up, because that is just peculiar.
Muscovites.
I wonder if they're musky.
Muscovite.
Oh, Kyries.
That is a strange one.
I'm telling you, that's what they're called.
I'm not disputing.
But why Kyries?
Dated a girl named Irene.
Or Congolese.
That too is correct.
But then why don't we say Congolese?
Or Mongolese.
No, Mongoloids.
No, that's,
Oh, you're right.
That's different.
No, I know. The Wheeler boy.
Right.
The one who bags the groceries.
Right.
That's nice, isn't it? in a way, to know that we all have our place.
There, but for the grace of God.
Exactly.
Ulan Bator!
What?
Ulan Bator!
Now what are you doing?
Ulan!
Dad, tell me what you're doing.
That's the capital of Mongolia.
And how would I know that?
National Geographic.
Oh, did you remember to change the address like I asked you to?
What do you mean?
For the National Geographic.
The address.
Oh, Russ!
But me?
I asked you!
You did.
I asked you 15 times! I
Right.
said, don't forget the change of address for the magazine, and you promised me you would. You promised me specifically,
I did
so I
it
left
last week.
you. Oh,
Pulling your leg.
I see.
Oh, Ross.
Well, maybe some people don't like having their leg pulled.
I was. Okay.
And, are you going to bring down that trunk from upstairs?
Yep.
I thought you said after lunch.
Sort of a two-person job.
And do you really want to wear these clothes all day?
I really thought about it.
But you know, you are a funny person. I was just telling Francine I ran into Barbara Buckley at Lewis and Coker's, and Barbara said that Newland told her a funny joke that you told at Rotary last year.
That I told.
About a man with a talking dog.
I'm thinking of Ron Lashley.
No, it was
Ron's
you.
the one with the
Oh,
jokes.
you tell jokes. You know jokes.
A talking
And
dog.
Barbara said, does Russ not go to Rotary anymore? But apparently they all keep saying, where's Russ? Not that I care one way or the other, but it does seem that you used to enjoy going, and I don't see why that of all things should have to change. And please don't say, what's the point, Russ? You know I hate it when you say that, because, well, for that matter, what's the point of anything enjoyable,
wasn't
really? I
going
mean,
to
why
say
not just sit in a chair all day and wait for the end of the world? But I don't intend living the remainder of my life like that, and I think you could take notice of the fact that talking that way frightens me.
Stolen residence.
Not trying to frighten.
Who may I say is calling, please?
Ulan Bator.
Excuse me, Miss Stolen.
Who is it?
Mr. Lindner, want to talk
Oh,
to you.
for the love of.
Tell him I'll call him
It's
back.
not one thing, it's another.
Mr. Lindner, she wanted if she can call you back.
I'm only saying that people are concerned about you.
What's the nature of
And I don't
concern?
see the point of spurning their good intentions.
Gee whiz. I'm just trying to read a magazine.
Says he's calling from a payphone.
Just say we're
No,
occupied.
I'll take it. Thank you, Francine. I'm only repeating what Barbara said. Hello?
Hardly know the woman.
Oh no, Carl, it's just for the state of disarray.
Somehow I spurned her.
Ding dong.
Oh, hey, Bev.
Anyone intrude? Politely ask.
Jim's at the door.
Oh, come in. Carl, I can't hear what you're saying.
Russ, my friend, crossing the threshold.
Hey, Jim.
Holy Toledo, Jiminy Christmas!
Bev's on the phone.
Hate to be the one to break it to you, buddy. Somebody made off with all your stuff.
Kinda discombobulated.
Carl, I don't think so. Not today.
Oh, it's not the big day, is it?
No, Monday.
No. It's just that Russ is a little under the weather.
Piece of advice? Watch out when you start lifting things. Learned that the hard way last month.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Judy says, Jim, I'm gonna have you to spin a piano. The task was naturally falls to me.
Well, if it's absolutely necessary.
So there I am with this thing halfway up the front steps, and and of course, it's not the weight, it's the angle.
All right, Carl.
That's why they tell you to bend the knees.
Oh, now would you look what the cat dragged in?
What was that about?
I'm trying to bestow the pearls of my wisdom upon this man.
No, I was listening.
Oh, isn't it just a jumble in here, all of this?
That's what I was saying to Russ, and somebody cleaned you out.
Not coming here, is he?
Oh, I don't know. You know Carl.
Carl Lindner?
Bev.
Oh my gosh, you gonna look at Betsy lately?
Oh, I know.
Give that girl a wide berth.
Can you call
Can I
back?
get you some iced tea?
And ask him to come later.
It was a payphone. Wait. Now, Jim, I'm going to ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
And don't help him. Now, I want you to tell Russ what you think the word Neapolitan means.
She thought it was.
You're not allowed to say.
Will that be a basic vanilla
Oh,
strawberry?
no, the derivation.
I told her what.
I think it's Naples, isn't it?
Oh, phooey.
Or Napoli, as we like to say.
Oh, well, now you two are cheating. And well, Russ is in a funny mood. He keeps going. Ooh la bator!
What's that, capital of Nepal?
Mongolia.
Mongolia! What's the Naples? Do you say Naples?
Well, I sure hope it's not Neapolitan, huh?
Kathmandu.
Oh, Kathmandu!
Oh, well, I don't know how you two know these things.
Wasn't this stolen?
Knowledge is power.
Oh, well, then I choose to remain powerless. Do you get it?
Do what?
How you said it.
No.
Oh, do it, Ross.
No.
Do it for Jim.
Bev.
Why not?
Sorry, Jim.
Why for me, but not for Jim?
Well, for one thing, because it's not funny.
Excuse me. I'm fixing to go, so if you need anything else.
Yes, one thing, Francine, you remember that big trunk that's upstairs?
No,
She
Bev.
doesn't mind.
I just told you I'm doing it.
You said it's a two-person job, and here's two of you right here.
Well, what's the emergency?
I'm not for my services.
Oh, no.
I'm under doctor's orders, believe it or not.
What did you do?
I just need to be leaving by 3:30.
Francine, I'm
Right.
going to move the Galdern trunk. Alright?
Yes, sir.
That's what I get for trying.
So,
Did you give me lunch, Jim? Can I get you
Oh,
something
no,
to snack
no,
on? Since we're cleaning out the larder, I guess, and Russ seems to be eating every last thing in the icebox. So you'll have to fight him for the ice cream.
oh, not for me.
Well, can't pack ice cream in a suitcase, huh?
Did you hear what he just said?
Man's got a point.
Oh, now how do you come up with those things? Ice cream in a suitcase?
Oh, not unless you go to the North Pole.
Oh, thank goodness we're not moving south.
That'd be a mess, no question. No question.
Well, I'm going to see what we do have.
Wait, coming down with something?
Who?
That's under the weather.
Me?
And here you're sitting in your PJs.
No. I'm, 7th-day truck coming, so.
I got
A
you.
couple of days
Oh,
off.
hey, cookie.
No.
That's your alibi.
I'm giving her a hand with stuff.
And you're hard at work, as you.
No, I was just.
Kidding you.
I know. Yep.
When I come to your area, they're only available issue.
Oh, yeah?
Piano I told you about?
Right.
Did you ever need a truss? Wear one of those?
Don't call.
Oh, you can call if you did.
I guess not then.
You are a fortunate man.
I hear you.
Bend the knees or suffer the consequences.
So Monday, you said.
Yep.
Off to the hinterlands.
Monday it is.
Jim, was that a yes or no on the iced tea?
I would not say no to that.
Russ?
I believe Russ is declining your gracious offer.
I thought
Monday.
Indeed.
Head him up, move him out.
Yep.
And when you start that Glen Meadows office.
Monday after.
How about that?
Yeah.
How's that shaping up?
Oh boy, now that's a nice setup.
I bet you.
And spacious, that's the thing, and carpeted. And I gotta look at that new office they're putting me in, and I tell you what I thought to myself. I thought, what the heck do you do with all this space? Corner office, window on two sides, but the space is the primary now. That is just an extravagant amount of space.
Elbow room.
Other thing is, once we get set up with the new place, time it takes, driveway to the parking lot, you know what that's gonna take me?
5 minutes.
6.5.
Close enough.
Time to door to door.
Roll out of bed and boom.
And Tom Perricone. I don't know if you know Tom, colleague of mine. He's going to relocate to the same office, and they live right down here off of Larrabee. You know what that's going to take him on the expressway?
That's a drive.
35 minutes, and that's no traffic.
Well, Judy and I sure are going to miss having you two around.
Well, yeah.
And, how's Bev doing?
Oh, you know, Bev loves the project.
Oh, keep her occupied.
The mind, occupied.
What, does she worry a lot?
Oh, no more than...
About you?
No, me, no.
Oh, you seem good to me.
Well, no, I mean, you know how she gets.
Sure.
Overexcited. Worked up over things, minor things.
Things like?
Oh, you know,
Not calling yourself a minor thing, are you, Russ?
No, I didn't. I meant things
Do
like...
you consider yourself a minor thing?
Jim, I didn't say... Well, yeah, actually, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think any one of us is particularly... Did Bev ask you to come over?
Nope.
I mean, good to see you. Great to see you.
I mean, really, days ago, talking a little about you, so she cares about you.
Right. What the heck's she doing in there?
Everybody cares about you, Russ.
Yep, well, I'll tell you what I think. And I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but I do think that a lot of people today have this tendency to brood about stuff, which if you ask me is well, short answer, it's not productive. And what I'd say to these people were I to have a degree in psychiatry, I think my advice would maybe be get up off your rear end and do something. It'd be my solution. Of course, what do I know?
I think you know plenty.
Bev!
I think you know your son was a good man. No matter what. A hero to this country. Nothing changes that.
Yep.
And I also think you know that sometimes talking about things that happen, painful things.
You don't happen to have a degree in psychiatry either, do you, Jim? No? Just checking.
We all suffer, you know. Not like you and Bev, maybe, but we...
See, since what I'm doing here, since I'm just minding my
It
own
doesn't hurt
business,
to
sort of
be-
seems to me you might save yourself the effort worrying about things you don't need to concern yourself with.
He's in a
And
better
furthermore,
place,
if
Russ.
you keep going on about those things, Jim, well, I hate to have to put it this way, but I think what I might have to do is, well, politely ask you to, well, go fuck yourself.
Not sure there's a polite way to ask that.
Okay. So,
I just can't believe Kenneth would have wanted his own father to...
Yup. So you can go fuck yourself, okay?
So wait, so if it's Napoleon Italian, then wouldn't adding the E before the A just be superfluous? What's happening?
Bev, I believe I'll look at the room.
Oh, what are you... Russ?
Going up.
What did you do?
Not to worry.
What happened?
Another time.
Come back here!
No, Russ made his feelings clear.
Why are you being
No
like
uncertain
this?
terms.
Going up now.
Terms being more appropriate for the locker room than the living room.
Oh, see, I told you so. I told you this is what it's like, and he keeps using these ugly words in other people's presence, and I am not some sort of matron, but what in the world is wrong with civility?
Honey, I'm not going to stand here with you and Jim and discuss private matters that are between me and the memory of my
I
son.
think his mind
And if the
is
two of you want to
affected. I
stand
really
here
do.
and talk
I'm
about
so
Kenneth on your
sorry.
own time, if that gives you some kind of
And
comfort.
what's the matter with comfort? Are we not allowed any comfort anymore?
Well, Kenneth didn't get a whole lot of comfort now, did he?
He was sick, Russ, and for you to use nasty words to Jim
Oh, nothing
is
I
not
haven't heard
going
before.
to change it.
Changing my
I was
shirt.
in the service too, you know.
Oh, right. And tell me again, how many people did you kill?
For God's sake, stop it!
Sat behind a desk, didn't you, goddamn coward?
Anybody home? Hello?
Afternoon.
How do you do? I'm here to pick up.
Francine, Albert's here! Yes, ma'am, I'm coming! She's on her way.
Thank you.
Albert, would you like to wait inside?
Oh, thank you.
I bet you it's warm out there, isn't it?
Oh, yes it is.
Can I get you some iced tea?
No, thank you.
Well, I am sure she'll be right along.
Bev, I think maybe it's time.
No, please don't go. Please don't. I just don't want to be alone with him right now. It makes me feel so alone the way he sits up all night long. Last night he was just sitting there at 3 in the morning, and I said to him, I say, aren't you tired? Don't you want to take a Somanex or play some cards maybe? And he says, I don't see the point of it, as if there has to be some grand justification for every single thing a person does. I mean, it's
It's all right.
and something wrong.
No.
She said she'd be right along.
I can wait outside.
Francine! Oh, now there she is.
I'm sorry, I guess I'm moving a little slower than usual.
And here is Albert waiting so patiently. If only I had door-to-door service like Francine.
So I'll be seeing you on Monday then.
Oh, Albert, isn't this place just a catastrophe?
Yes, it is.
And I tell you, I don't know what I would do without a friend like Francine here. And on a Saturday, I mean, she is just a treasure. I don't know what in the world we're going to do up there without you.
Well, I'm sure y'all will manage.
Oh, maybe Monday we can see about that big trunk upstairs, why don't we?
We'll make sure and do that.
I would do it myself, but I'm not a big strapping man like Albert here.
Afraid I'll have to accept myself, I'm gonna.
Oh, no. Francine and I can manage.
What's it, a locker you said?
A foot locker.
Oh, yeah, well, where's that?
Oh, no. We just need to bring it down the stairs, no problem.
Well, yeah, well, do you say it's here?
Oh, no, but thank you.
But definitely Monday.
Well, I don't mind. Come on.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it wouldn't take but 2 minutes.
It's just, I got these things here to take care of.
Well, I can take these things to the car.
Oh, got yourself a car.
Yes, sir.
What's that, honey?
Yes, sir.
It's a good call.
It's just that I'm afraid we're gonna be late.
Late for what?
Place we gotta be.
Late?
Remember?
Francine, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
For 2 minutes is all.
It's just I got my hands full.
Well, I told you I can put these things
I
in the car.
put them in the car.
Oh, did you get the chafing dish?
No, ma'am. Thank you, though.
We'll be right back.
Unexpected.
Hello, Carl.
Bev, voila.
Excuse us, please.
Not at all. Do you, sir?
Well, what's about you?
Carl?
Come on in, Carl.
Yes, could do that. However, Bev, you recall that Betsy currently happens to be, how shall we say?
Oh, it's almost that time, did she?
Point being, she did accompany me.
What, you mean she's in the car?
She is. Yes.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Carl, don't leave her in a hot
Well,
car.
that was my thing.
Bring her in with you.
Will do.
Oh, of all
Back in a
things.
flash.
Oh, you changed your shirt. I know, I'm being silly, I
Not at
know.
all, not the least.
It's just after 2.5 years, you think. A little bit of time, because that is supposed to be what helps, right? A little bit of time.
Great
and,
healer.
and I thought maybe with the new job and with the move, that I thought he would start to let go of his anger. And where are you going? The basement?
Yep.
Are you looking for something?
Yep.
Here we are then.
Oh, there she is! Oh, well, would you just look at you? Oh, my goodness! You are just the biggest thing!
Took the liberty of not ringing the bell.
Betsy, you know Jim?
She does.
Oh, would you look at them go? Now look at that. What's that all about? Will somebody translate?
What did I do? Did I misspell? Jim, you told Betsy she's expecting a storm.
No, he meant stork. You meant stork, didn't you? I understood that.
Check the weather report.
Oh, the storm. I gotta tell that to Russ.
Must have rusty fingers. Jim says his fingers are rusty.
Oh, see, she understands.
No, I understood.
There's the man himself. Thought he'd absconded.
The Lindners are here.
Hey, Betsy. You see my gloves anywhere?
Tumbling to China, are we?
Pair of work gloves.
So you know, I just got through saying how Russ and I never entertain, and yet here it is, a regular neighborhood social.
Well, we shan't be long.
Oh, Carl, do you suppose that Betsy might like a glass of iced tea?
It's,
Oh, Betsy, look at Carl.
Bev wants to know if you'd like some iced tea to drink.
You know the gloves I'm talking about?
Well, Carl is here. I thought you were going to talk to Carl. He's all right here.
What the heck's going on?
Nothing. Now, these two girls are headed to the refreshment stand, so you boys will have to manage on your own.
Have no fear.
So, how are you feeling, Betsy? Are you tired?
Russ, Bev tells me you're indisposed, and normally I'd never intrude. Not contagious, is it?
What?
Because I hate for Betsy to come into contact with any,
Not contagious.
Can't be too careful. Or possibly one can. Anyway, I hate to commandeer your Saturday afternoon, a man's home, as they say, but as we haven't seen your face around Rotary of late, I thought I might intrude.
What's on your mind, Carl?
I'm sorry?
What's on your mind?
Firstly, may I sit?
Yeah.
Carl, I will be taking my leave.
Oh, no, not on my account.
Parish business.
Well, truth to tell, Jim, we might actually benefit from your insight here. If it's not too pressing.
Actually, I should.
Not to usurp your authority, Russ, your castle, you are the king.
What's on your mind?
Is it safe?
Anywhere.
No breakables in Jim?
Visitor.
Good. So,
Iced tea for you, Carl.
it probably, I do have some sensitivity to the cold beverages, so my question would be, is the tea chilled? Which I mean, has been in the Frigidaire.
No, Carl.
Then if I wanted the serving minus the ice, that would suit me fine.
All right, Carl.
Now, Russ, if it's all right with you, I'll proceed directly to, dare I say, the crux. Now, first and foremost, as far as matters of community are concerned, I have always
All right, you boys.
What? Is something...
She's fine, Carl.
Is that tea she's drinking?
Yes, Carl.
It's slow sips, small sips.
All right, Carl.
You were saying?
A tad overwrought, I suppose. Betsy's condition, but, well, given our history of 2 years ago, I don't know, Russ, if you know all the details of that.
So, yep.
And Jim, a source of great comfort to us during all of that. It's the umbilical cord, the nature of the problem, wrapped around it.
I knew that.
Exactly, so no one at fault, no one to blame, but these tragedies do come along, as you and Bev well know.
Oh, what are you hoping for, boy or girl?
No touch wood, no tempting face.
There you go.
Not to compare our little setback to what you and Bev endured.
Something about a crux.
Right you are. To backtrack, I take it, Russ, you're aware that the Community Association meets the first Tuesday of every month. And as I'm sure you know, Dawn Skinner is part of the steering committee. And somehow it came to Dawn's attention at this late juncture that Ted Driscoll had found a buyer for this house, and I have to say it did come as something of a shock when Dawn told us what sort of people they are.
What sort of people are they?
Well, I suppose I'm forced to consider the possibility that you actually don't know.
Don't know what?
Well, I mean, that they're colored.
Who are?
The family, it's a colored family. So I contacted the family.
Wait.
You're saying Ted never bothered to tell you?
Well, we sort of gave Ted free rein.
I don't think you're right on this one.
I am. I have spoken with the family.
On the telephone.
Yeah.
Oh no. As a matter of fact, Betsy and I just come directly from Hamilton Park.
What is it?
Come here a second.
Now, Russ, you know as well as I do that this is a progressive community.
Oh, what's he talking
And
about?
if you take the case of Gellman's, I think that's a fine example of how we all embrace a different way of thinking.
Hold on a second. Now, Bev, get Ted Driscoll on the phone.
What for?
Well, Carl says Carl is claiming.
Russ, I met personally with the family.
Oh, what family?
He claims this family, the family to whom Ted sold the house.
It's a colored family.
I'm sorry, don't we say Negro now?
I say Negro.
Well, it's only
I
common
say
courtesy.
Of course, I said that.
That's
No,
what
we
he said.
both know what you're doing, Jim.
And furthermore, I don't think Ted would pull stuff like that.
Yes, we all admire Ted, but I don't think any of us would accuse him of putting the community's interests ahead of his own.
Oh, no, this is ridiculous.
And I don't think any of us have forgotten what happened with the family that moved on to Costner Avenue last year. Now, Costner Avenue is one thing, but the Clybourne Street,
Now, wait, Carl. Are you sure?
sitting with them not 2 hours ago.
But isn't it possible that they're, I don't know, a Mediterranean or from,
They are 100%. I don't know how much time any of you spent in Hamilton Park, but Betsy was waiting in the car, and I can tell you there are some unsavory characters.
Carl.
Now, as far as Gellman's is concerned, I think there was some mistrust at first, having been Peggy's market for such a long time, but in the end of all, Murray Gellman found a way to fit in.
and they hired the Wheeler boy.
Oh, is he the one with the,
He's, you know.
But I'm fitting into a community is really what it all comes down to.
What the heck's going on up there?
Now, some will say change is inevitable, and I can support that. It's change for the better, but I'll tell you what I can't support, and that's disregarding the needs of the people who live in a community.
But don't they have needs too?
Don't who?
The family.
Which family?
The ones who must. I mean, in principle, don't we all?
Well,
Shouldn't we all have the opportunity to
in
live
principle?
no, you can't live in principle, can you? You gotta live in a house.
And so do they.
Not in this house, they don't.
But here's the real question.
And what happened to love thy neighbor while we're being so principled?
They would become our
What
neighbors.
about the neighbors you already have, Ben?
I care about them too.
I'm afraid you can't have it both ways.
Okay, assuming that
Oh
you're.
wait, why not?
Well, do the boundaries of the neighborhood extend indefinitely? Who shall we invite next? The Red Chinese?
But the key question is,
No, why not? Have it both ways.
Darling, I came to talk to Russ.
Why not? If it could benefit someone.
would they benefit?
If we could make them our neighbors,
But they won't
they would.
be your neighbors, Ben. You're the ones moving away.
The question is, and it's one worth asking.
I'm sorry to bother y'all, but
Okay, assuming that your information is correct. That's not the people. Bev done it all.
Everything is fine. Stop
What
that.
did I tell you?
Please don't do
I
that.
told
We
you
are just
I'm
trying
going to
to
make you
help.
heard me plain as day.
Little mishap, is it?
just a little trouble coming around the corner,
Just-
is all.
I'm sorry, it's heavy.
Just leave the door thing where it is.
Let me go ahead if I could.
Just!
But it's in the way.
No, ma'am, I can step.
That's all right. I got it.
Alright, anyway, let's not drag this out ad infinitum.
Russ,
Oh,
don't.
one second, if I might. Sorry, Francine, is it?
Yes, sir.
Francine, we've just been having a little conversation here, and I was wondering if you'd like to spare us a couple minutes
Well,
of your
what
time?
good will that do? Go next door and talk to the Olsons. Talk to those who stand to
I want
lose.
to pose a little hypothetical. What if we were to say this? Let's imagine that you and your husband here, let's say the two of you have the opportunity to move from your home to a different neighborhood. And let's say that neighborhood happened to be this one.
Well, I don't think we would financially.
But for the sake of argument, let's say you have the wherewithal. Might this be the sort of neighborhood you find an attractive place to live?
Oh, this is so silly.
very nice.
No, I'm asking, would the two of you, would your family, I assume you have children?
3 children.
Oh, super. So with your children, might this be the sort of place, bear in mind that they too would stand to be attracted by
This is
living.
confusing things. Very confusing issue.
Be honest. We want you to say.
but Jim is asking in his way.
He means
would you
living next to
feel-
white folks.
Well, yes. Well, Francine and I have, over the years, the two of us have shared so many wonderful, do you remember that time that the squirrel came in through the window and was, it was just so ridiculous. I mean, we were both hysterical. And
Think of it this way.
and we still laughed about that.
You'd agree, I assume that in this world there exist certain differences. Agreed?
What sort of differences?
That people live differently
Yes,
from one another.
I agree with that.
Different customs, different foods, even. And these here's a funny. My wife, Betsy now. Betsy's family happens to be Scandinavian. And on the holidays, they eat a thing known as lutefisk. And this is a dish which, I can tell you, is not to my liking at all. It's goodness, it's simply gelatinous.
Carl, maybe. Lutefisk. Carl, why don't you tell her what we're
In
talking
a
about?
moment.
I'll write it down.
So, certain groups tend to eat certain things, yes?
I've never had that dish.
But, for example, if Mrs. Stoller were to send you to shop at Gelman's, now when you're standing in the aisles at Gelman's, does it generally strike you as the type of market where you can find the particular foods your family enjoys?
It's a very nice store.
Oh, what if we were to say this?
Mr. Gelman's a nice man.
But I mean your preferred food items. Would such things even be available at Gelman's?
Well, do they carry collins and pig? It's so good shop no way to sell pig.
I think Albert is being humorous here. But I will say this.
I like getting a meatball.
You do find differences in modes of worship. Take First Presbyterian, that's a church down in Hamilton Park, and I've taken fellowship there, and I can tell you the differences are notable.
Jim!
Oh, no, not a value judgment. Apples and oranges. Just as how we have our organ here at St. Thomas for a company, whereas at First Presbyterian, they prefer piano. And occasionally, well, tambourines.
What's wrong with
Oh,
tambourines?
nothing wrong.
I like tambourines.
I like tambourines.
Let me
The
ask
next
you
person.
this. Excuse me, Francine, was it?
Yes, sir.
Francine, may I ask, do you ski?
Do I
Or your husband, either of you?
ski?
Downhill skiing?
We don't ski. No.
And this is my point. And the children would attend St. Stanislaus. Now, once a year, we take the middle schoolers up to Indian Head Mountain, and in all the time I've been there, not once have I seen a colored family on those slopes. Now, what accounts for that? There's certainly no deficit in ability. So I have to conclude that for whatever reason, there's simply something about the pastime of skiing that doesn't appeal to the Negro community. And feel free to prove me wrong, but you'll have to show me where to find the skiing Negro.
Carl!
Can we all modulate our voices?
It's sold, Carl. The house is sold.
I understand that.
The ink is dry.
We all understand your reasons and no one holds it against you.
Truck's coming on Monday.
Fully aware.
That's all there is to that.
However, there is one possibility.
No.
If you will allow me. Because we
I
went
don't
ahead
see the point.
we went ahead and made a counteroffer to those people.
Who did?
The community association.
An offer on the house?
Very reasonable offer.
But they just bought it, Carl.
Opposed to the amount for which you offered property, which was well below the assessor's value for this sort of residence, none of which is
Well, we're
here
entitled
or
to give
there,
away if
since the
that's our
family
prerogative.
rejected our offer.
And why are we even talking about this then?
Don Skinner has pointed out to me that as the seller of the property, you do have a 60-day option to place in receivership for transacting bank to indemnify yourself against liability. Now, normally that's with commercial properties, but I think in this case, it's not just to deceive you about the nature of the buyers, that the bank could still hold the sale, and it would simply be a matter of signature. If I could finish.
Prefer if you didn't.
And for all we know, this family could be perfectly lovely.
But that's hardly the point, is it, Ben?
Maybe it's a point to consider.
Ben, I'm not here to solve society's problems. I'm simply telling you what will happen, and it will happen as follows. First, one family will leave, then another, and another, and every time they do, the value of those properties will go down. And then once that process begins, once you break that egg, Ben, all the king's horses, etc., and the rest of us, those folks who can't afford to simply pick up and move at the drop of a hat, then they're the ones left holding the bag, and it's a fairly worthless bag at that point.
I don't like the tone this is taking.
Okay.
And suppose the tables were turned. And suppose a certain number of white families started marching into their neighborhoods. Well, actually, that might be to your advantage. Which we do understand.
We need you to stop now.
Sorry. Maybe not handled with the
It's all right,
utmost delicacy.
but maybe time to let it drop.
Didn't mean to turn it into a public referendum. But you do see my...
No. That's it. You hear me? Done. All done.
It's 4 o'clock.
Well, do I say if I might?
Nope.
If I could just
No.
say this.
Carl.
Well, if you
No.
let me.
No more.
Bev, I get the impression your husband is telling me I'm not permitted to speak.
Don't think it's a good idea.
I'm going to ask you to keep an open mind.
Carl, what did I just ask you?
Well, I think you're being a tad unreasonable.
Well, I think we've reached the end of this particular discussion.
Is that so?
I'm afraid it is.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Well, then how about this?
Carl!
Well, I believe the Constitution endows me with the right to speak.
Well, then you can go and do that in your own home.
Hey, he's not being serious, is he?
Carl,
Am I being silenced?
not going to ask you again.
Well, this is a new experience for me.
So be it.
A bit like the Soviet Union. I'm truly surprised.
Well, surprise! Sorry to disappoint.
A real shame. We're all concerned.
Well, that's the way things go sometimes.
Apparently so.
Okay then. Anyways, appreciate you stopping by.
I see.
Betsy too.
Very well.
Aww.
Okay? Nope.
Miss Stoller, if we're done talking.
Yes, I think I'll take this opportunity to...
Oh,
Carl,
I don't suppose this particular family is aware of why they found such an agreeable price for this property. But don't suppose they know that aspect of it, do they? And let's suppose someone was to make them aware of those facts. Let's say that were to happen.
Really don't know when to quit, do you?
Because I think that might be an interesting conversation to have.
Well, you go ahead and you do what you think is right, Carl, but I'll tell you one thing, what you're going to do right now is you're going to take yourself right through that door and out of this
I
house.
can't afford to simply pursue my own selfish interests.
Man, what a son of a bitch.
Russ, don't.
If you honestly think I give a rat's ass about the goddamn
Okay.
Right, no. The community, where every time I go for a haircut, when they sit and stare like the goddamn dirt reaper just walked through the barbershop door, that community, where Bev goes to Gelman's for a quart of milk, and they look at her like she's got the goddamn plague. That the community I'm supposed to be looking out
with
for?
soon-to-be
The
children.
Apostle Matthew said...
Oh, no. I'm talking now.
I am ashamed of every one of us.
Well, Carl, you go ahead and tell those folks whatever you want. While you're at it, why don't you tell them everything about the community and what they did for my son? I mean, Jesus Christ! Murray Gelman goes and hires a goddamn retarded kid for my boy. Sorry, no work for you, bub.
People were frightened.
Of what? That he was gonna snap? That he was gonna go and kill another bunch of people? I mean, send him off to defend the goddamn country. Does what he's told only to find out the kind of sons of bitches he's defending.
He did not do those things that they claimed he did. He would never do
For
something like
Christ's
that.
sakes, Bev, of course he did. He confessed to it. You sit around all day with your head in the sand, doesn't change the facts of what he did.
Not to innocent people in that country, and not to women or children. I mean, he was the
Jesus,
devil.
Bev, what do you think happens in a goddamn war? They told him to secure the territory, not go knocking on doors asking for permission. And if he was man enough to admit what he did, maybe you ought to have the decency to do the same damn thing.
You remember. He remembers the kind of boy he was, how he loved to read and think. That was the boy he was, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And the drawings, the most realistic drawings. I don't think a lot of people realize just how high it's
Never mind
intention. Oh no, I think maybe it was.
There's a situation which affects the entire community that I'm trying to resolve.
Maybe if you had known my son better. Maybe if anyone had taken the time, way Francine took the time to get to know my Kenneth.
Here you go, Carl. Let's all read a little something, shall we?
What are you doing?
Dear Mom and Dad,
Russ, stop it!
I know you're probably...
Russ, stop it! Stop it! Stop!
I think you're unstable, Russ. I really do.
You see what this is like? You see? I refuse to live this life any longer.
Dear Mom and Dad,
Russ,
I know you'll probably blame yourself for what I've done, and you can go fuck yourself.
Well, no, that is over the line, mister. That is not language I will tolerate in front of my wife.
She's deaf, Carl! Completely! Hello, Betsy! Go fuck yourself! I'll tell you what I'll do for you, Carl. I'll make you 10 copies of this. You can go hand them out in Rotary. Or better yet, put it in the newsletter. Rotary News. Kid comes home from Korea, goes upstairs, wraps an extension cord around his head. Talk about that at the lunch buffet next week. And Francine, walking in at 9 in the morning to find him there. You be my guest, Carl. You tell those people what kind of house they're moving into and see if that stops them. Because I tell you what, I don't care if 100 Ubangi tribesmen with a bone through the nose overrun this goddamn place. Because I'm through with all of you motherfucking sons of bitches. Every one of them.
maybe we should all bow our heads first.
And maybe I should punch you in the face. Put your hands on me, no, sir. Not in my house.
See, now
All right.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
why are you talking to me like that?
Very masculine.
Who do you think I'm talking to?
Very masculine.
I think they're all a bunch of idiots. Who's the biggest idiot of all? Get yourself
You're
dragged
definitely
into
not
the
stable,
What do you
Russ.
just see? The big things they come up and say today? Just let them knock his brains out for all I care. I am done working for these people 2 days from now. You have never worked for them at all, so what the hell do you care what they do? We want the goddamn car.
Nothing's broken.
Oh, no, don't mind that. Thank you so much.
No trouble.
And let me offer you some money for your help.
No, but thank you.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, here, at least let me give you 50 cents.
Okay.
Or dollar, take $1. I don't care. Or take 2. It's just money and
No,
it's...
I'm happy.
But you have to take something. Take something.
No, that's very
This chafing dish, did you see this dish?
You got plenty of this.
Oh, but not one like this one. Francine told me,
That's very kind.
and somebody really ought to take it and make use of it. So let me just wrap it up here.
You don't want your things. You have our own things.
Well,
Trying to explain to you.
I just don't know what to say anymore. That's the attitude. I really don't. That's what we're coming to.
Everybody's real sorry for the loss.
You know, I would be so proud, so honored to have you and Francine as our neighbors. Oh, and the 2 children.
Three children.
But maybe we should learn what the other person needs. Maybe that that would be the solution to all of this. If one day we could all just sit together at one big table and
Evening, ma'am.
where'd you find your gloves?
Under the sink.
And where are you going to dig the hole?
Under that. What's that big tree called?
The great myrtle?
Yeah, under that.
It's a little late now, isn't it?
Do it tomorrow. Kind of lost my temper.
Well, that happens, as we know.
What I did the other day, up there at the new house,
What?
driveway to the office, timed it. You know how long that's gonna take me?
5 minutes?
6.5.
Well, you will have a leisurely breakfast.
Read the paper, cup of coffee. Bang. 5:07, right back at your doorstep.
And what will I do in between?
Whatever you, any number of
Things,
projects.
projects.
Be occupied.
I suppose you're right.
Ron Baton.
Everybody good?
I'm good.
Good by me.
Go for it.
So I guess we should start right at the top.
Question?
I know we all got questions.
The terminology.
So let's go one at a time. Steve?
The term frontage.
Right.
Frontage means
Where are we looking?
first page.
Frontage means, did you want to?
That means the portion facing the street
The front
Portion of the property.
of the structure.
Portion of the structure.
the facade.
I'm not seeing it. Second paragraph.
Bottom of the page,
Where it says minimum recess of frontage.
meaning distance from.
From the edge of the property.
Exactly.
Is what? Is the recess. Not the frontage.
The frontage is what you're measuring to.
Got
I
it.
am confused.
And edge of property means measured from the curb, correct?
Not from the sidewalk.
From the curb.
I'll check, but I don't think
Up
that's right.
to and including,
But the sidewalk falls into the easement.
right.
So if it's a part of the easement, then it can't be a part of the property per se.
By definition, the property is inclusive of the easement. The easement is just legal passage across the property.
I don't think you're right.
So my understanding has always been, the
I'm sorry,
easement
I'm
is just an allowance.
but does any of that really matter?
It might.
I just don't see how this issue, impacts the specific problem that we're here to discuss.
I don't want us to end up in a situation where we thought we found a solution only to have it turn out that we're screwed because of the language.
The language is clear to
And
me.
who's being screwed here?
No.
No.
No one's screwing anyone.
I don't mean screwed over. I mean like maybe we screwed ourselves.
Yeah, but how does that address the height issue?
The elevation.
What if the elevation is conditional on the perimeter?
That's the
If
idea.
I'm reading correctly?
But the perimeter isn't changing.
But we're saying if it could.
Establish that it can't.
But let's say it
But
did.
I'm saying it won't.
I'm saying what if.
But I am saying, what did we discuss?
Okay? You didn't have to say it like that.
Like what?
Halfway.
What way? Oh, it's Hector. I better.
Sorry.
Did I say something in a way?
Not that I know.
Hello, Hector.
The architect.
Really ought to be here? No, we're here now.
You gotta wait.
No, we're here at the
No.
house. I think we both know what's gonna happen.
I don't. And I'm really
Explain
for us.
realistic. I'm just telling you
Right?
with respect, okay? No. We're here with Tom. I forget your last name.
Driscoll.
Driscoll. So Tom Driscoll and the people from the neighborhood thing. Yeah, the property owners thing. And can I just say, I am in love with this neighborhood.
Yeah, great neighborhood.
Totally great. Well, that is what we're trying to prevent. The same for me is my current commute, which is slowly eroding my soul.
Where you coming from?
Glen Meadows.
Oh,
Exactly. And if you work downtown,
we're downtown.
it's Donnelly favorite.
That's on Jackson, right?
Yeah, Jackson, east of the
Yeah, I'm right across the street.
where?
You know the big red building?
I mentioned that building.
Capitol Hill.
You're kidding.
I kid you not.
And from here downtown is what, 5 minutes?
Hey, you ever meet Kyle Henderson?
I work with Kyle Henderson, man.
No, but I think you're being a little paranoid because we are not going to let that happen. Let me do it. I am not going to let it happen. Abby. Wait, Lindsay wants to talk to him. Hector? I am obviously not equipped to deal with. I thought that you were in Seattle.
What's the problem?
Tell you later. No, Kathy is here and Kathy is not gonna let that happen. Just 2 seconds, okay?
Spaniards.
Spaniard?
The architect, you know?
Oh, Spanish.
Temperamental.
Oh, Toro.
Exactly.
Seemed cool to me.
Oh, you talked to him?
On the phone, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
We weren't staying last year.
Is that right?
Me, my husband, Spain, Morocco.
I just meant with all this paperwork and then we add him into the mix.
Oh, I hear you.
Cooler heads, you know?
Prevail.
Right.
Spain's fantastic. We did 4 days in Barcelona, saw the, what is it called? That cathedral, the big crazy, that, which I love, likewise the food, which I would happily eat every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Then to Marrakesh, which I don't know how you feel about heat, but oh my god. and they keep serving you hot tea, like how refreshing, and some theory about how you're supposed to sweat in order to feel cool, which you gotta explain to me sometime, because it's
Hot in here. It's very hot.
oh, and then to top it all off, I'm not gonna bore you with the whole ugly saga, but if they ever tell you not to eat the produce, take heed.
Like Mexico.
Because if you ever need to find a doctor at 2 in the morning in the capital of Morocco while your husband is doubled over with dysentery, give me a call.
Went to Prague last April.
Oh, I love Prague. Prague is beautiful.
Very pretty.
The architecture,
That bridge.
and it's small is what's nice, so you can do it all in a couple of days.
Went from there to Zurich.
Oh, I've never been to Switzerland, but I love the cheese.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just hoping to say something to everybody, if you don't mind, as long as we're stopped.
No, dude, by all means.
Please, understand.
All right. Well, I feel it's very important for me to express before we start getting into details. and everything.
Sorry, maybe we should wait for Lindsay. Don't you think it's important? Otherwise, you want to repeat yourself?
I'm okay with you.
It's fine with me.
But hold that thought.
Will.
Meanwhile,
Maybe we should take a look at page 3.
Maybe we should.
Catch her up when she, well, if that's cool with you guys.
it's cool with me.
Let's do it.
Just because I gotta get out of here by like 4.
Forge ahead.
Page 3,
Middle of 3.
section 2.
Roman numeral 2.
Robot, by the way. What'd you say? Nothing.
Couldn't hear ya.
The capital.
What?
Morocco, she said Marrakesh.
It is the capital.
No, I just said Marrakesh.
Rabat.
I don't think you're right.
No, it is.
But possibly, I mean.
Definitely. Anyway.
Anyway.
Wait a second. Is it Tangiers?
Nope.
Why am I thinking of Tangiers?
Don't know.
Maybe because we landed in no, we didn't do that. Why?
What's the capital?
Oh, I know what it is. Tangiers was the old capital. That's why.
No.
But the historic capital. So sorry.
Everything alright?
It's fine. It's just he said he was going to be in Seattle, so we went ahead and scheduled this without it, and now he's feeling a little proprietary. Anyway, blah blah.
So we skipped ahead
Great.
to page 3.
Middle three.
And then I think we'd all basically agree.
Hey, sorry. What's the capital of Morocco?
What?
It's a capital.
What are you talking about? Why?
Wait, just
I have no
I said
idea.
Marrakesh. Thank you.
Whatever.
Just trying to figure out what it was.
Why?
she said she went to the capital of Morocco.
So?
That's not the capital.
Well, maybe they changed it.
Who?
The Moroccans.
What?
Whatever it is
Which
now.
is Rabat.
Hey.
So,
Oh, I know what it is. It's Timbuktu.
No.
The old capital, the historic. That's why, because it was part of our package.
Timbuktu is in Mali.
But the ancient capital.
Yeah, of Mali.
I thought that Mali was in the Pacific. Is it? Where do they have the shadow puppets?
Are you talking about Bali?
Oh, say different. Sorry, I didn't
We
interrupt
skipped
you.
countries, so I guess I mentioned.
Okay.
Possibly not talking about
Excuse me. I was hoping to say something.
Oh.
Good.
right. Sorry, Lena had wanted to mention something earlier, and it's not.
Yeah, you know, so gotta ask. Mission?
But I'm trying to be polite.
No, it's us.
No, it's
It's
not.
my family, Irish Catholic, Florida.
Please, my husband, half Jewish, half Italian.
That right?
Get a word in edgewise.
I believe that.
Anyway, Lena.
Thank you.
Wait, Lena, right?
Lena.
Remember Leonora?
No.
I knew Leonora.
It was my instinct.
Anyway,
Lena, Kevin,
Kathy.
Lindsay, Steve.
I am Tom.
Don't forget Tom.
Well, Tom, we know, so.
Ding dong.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
there's Steve anywhere.
Yeah,
You Steve.
yeah,
Alright, Hector said if there's a problem, talk to Steve.
that's me.
Alright, how you doing?
Personally,
Alright,
good.
quick question.
yeah,
So we're digging that trench back there,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
For the conduit line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because before you hook up that line, you gotta bury that conduit.
Yeah.
So, in order to dig that trench, we gotta take out that tree back there, right?
Right.
That tree back there.
Yeah.
Because those roots go down like maybe 8 feet.
Yeah.
Which is why we're taking out that tree. Did you know that thing is dead?
Hey, maybe we should. Sorry.
Oh, whoops! Oh!
No, next, just
No.
two things at once.
I mean, we can wait.
No, you guys. You want to show me?
Let me show you.
Let me take a look.
Show you what we're dealing with. Tell you one thing though, it is hot out here.
Now I don't remember where
Page
we
Middle
right.
three.
So, knowing as we do that the height continues to be the sticking point, and by the way, the reason the petition was drawn up in the first place, I mean, nobody's trying to be inflexible here, but the idea was to set some basic guidelines whereby you say the height is the issue, then one solution might be reducing the total exterior volume, like your husband was saying. And that's the rationale behind the table at the bottom of the page. So what those figures mean essentially is that for each additional foot of elevation beyond the maximum limit, there'd be a corresponding reduction in volume. And those numbers are based on a scale of the original structures, which is relatively consistent over a 12-block radius, of which this house is fairly typical. Now, if you continue on to the next page,
Except we know that they're not.
not what?
Not consistent.
Saying relative.
A lot of variables.
We know that.
The size of the lots for
Right,
starters, the year of
Okay,
construction.
right. So the hope was that by establishing some regulations up front, hopefully we'd avoid this kind of situation in the future, because obviously it's a huge pain in the ass for everyone. Now, assuming the Landmarks Committee passes on this part of the petition next week,
Assuming,
safe assumption.
and if the Landmarks Committee really wants to pick that fight with the zoning department, that is their business, but that is a matter of if and when.
Why is this confrontational?
Because somebody might have raised these issues when the plans went to the zoning department 5 months ago. I mean, nobody was complaining back then.
Can I say, we talked about innovation. We discussed it. Because these houses are so charming, and I know it's a shame, but when you try to figure in the crack in the subfloor and the crack in the leaded basement, it makes more sense to start from scratch.
Right. But the owners association has a vested interest. Kevin and Lena called me up last month. They say, Tom, we've got this problem. These people are planning on building a house with a pool 15 feet tall.
That is exactly what we want for you.
And I think we all agree there's a mutual benefit to maintaining integrity, the architectural integrity,
You want to get that?
of historically significant, god damn it, neighborhood. Yeah. Don't call me in the middle of a Saturday. We'll give it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a camp. Where the fuck is my... Sorry.
What's going on?
You know, it might be a good idea if we all turn off our phones.
Excellent idea.
You get your problem solved?
What?
Out back?
Yeah, I don't know. They did something.
What's something?
I don't know.
Something dangerous?
I don't know.
Is it gonna explode?
It's not. We're putting in a koi pond, and there's this filtration system has to hook up to the municipal. Anyway, they ran into some sort of whatever. So what's page 3?
Yeah, but maybe wait on time.
Standing right there.
Yeah, but if we're getting into legal stuff,
Agreed.
because I'm no lawyer. So.
I'm not a lawyer.
But Kathy is a lawyer.
He's the one with the time issue.
Right, so long as we're out by 4.
3:30.
We'll be done by 4.
So sorry about all this.
Crazy.
So when's baby?
Oh, November.
Oh, just in time for turkey.
I know.
Yeah, boy or girl?
No, I don't want to know. Ask Steve. Steve's the one who saw the ultrasound. La 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 la. Either way, as long as it's healthy. But something tells me it's a girl. You guys have kids?
3.
Wow. How great for you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Kyle Hendrickson.
Kyle Hendrickson.
Kyle Hendrickson, who might I add, kicked my ass in the 10th grade?
Wait.
Wait,
Kyle, little Kyle Hendrickson.
Like the one solitary black dude in my entire high school.
Kicked your ass.
Publicly kicked.
Kyle Hendrickson's like what, 5'2"?
Wait, when?
5'5", JV wrestling team, 10th grade.
I think that might officially make you
Pussy.
I was not.
What are you talking about?
Remember I said I ran into a guy?
No.
Remember last week I said a guy from middle school?
No.
It was me downtown. Oh, he told me the joke.
Right.
The joke that I told you.
I don't remember.
Well, neither do I at the moment. It was a joke we both thought was funny.
Okay.
Anyway, that guy, that is Kyle Henderson, who he works with.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Oh,
What?
wait.
What?
The joke is about a guy. Remember a guy who goes to jail? Little white guy goes to jail and they put him in a cell.
Oh!
What?
Let's.
What?
How old are your kids?
What's the matter?
9, 10, and 12.
Wow. Steve.
I'm telling the joke.
Okay.
You said remind me what
Later.
joke, but now I'm not allowed to tell it.
Let's stop a second, okay?
Anyway.
Steven.
Excuse me. Sorry to keep interrupting, but can someone please tell me what it is we're doing here?
Just show me the fucking documents.
I mean, I know I'm not the only person to take this situation seriously. And I don't like having to be this way, but I have been sitting here for the past 15 minutes waiting for a turn to speak.
I am so sorry.
Meanwhile, it seems like nothing is moving accomplished.
I agree.
So go ahead and say what
And
it
could
is.
you please, they were having a conversation and I try not to intrude on other people's conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying not to be unfriendly.
No, it's us.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
It's not. You're being friendly.
I'm being friendly.
She is being friendly.
I'm being friendly.
If anybody's not being
Well,
friendly.
maybe the friendly thing to do would be to respect each other's time. Will that be alright?
Yes.
Sorry,
It
really.
wasn't me, was it?
Thank you.
No,
I'll say it.
Anyway. Alright. I have no way of knowing the sort of connection you had to the neighborhood where you grew up.
What?
Shut the door, shut the fucking the neighborhood where
And some of our concerns have to do with a
Sorry.
particular period in history. And the things that people experienced here in this community during that period, both good and bad. And on a personal level, I just have a whole lot of respect for the people who went through those experiences and still managed to carve out a life for themselves and create a community despite a whole lot of obstacles.
As well you should.
And, you know, some of which still exist. And that's just part of my history and my parents' history. And honoring the connection to that history, and no one, myself included, likes having to dictate what you can and can't do with your own home. But there's just a lot of pride and a lot of memories in these houses, and for some of us, that connection still has value. If that makes any sense.
Total sense.
For those of us who have memory.
Absolutely.
And respecting that memory. That has value too. At least, that's what I believe. And that's what I've been wanting to say.
Can I ask a-
Just let her finish.
Sorry.
I was finished.
Sorry.
So, so when you use the word value,
Historical value.
You read the petition.
yeah,
It's spelled out pretty clearly.
right. What I mean is that you don't literally mean monetary value.
My great aunt was
Or maybe
one
you
of the,
did.
she was one of the first people of color, you know, and in a sense she was a pioneer.
I understand. I
And that was-
Correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding was that the value of these properties had gone up,
But they have.
yours included.
That's true, way up.
And we all like to keep it that way.
But you're not suggesting, are you, that when we build our house?
Look, I for one am really grateful for what you said, but this is sometimes why we feel defensive, you know, because we love this neighborhood.
We do.
We completely do, and we would never want to carelessly
Run roughshod.
over anyone's. And I'll admit, I was the one who was resistant at first with the schools and everything. But once I started seeing the neighborhood the way it used to be and the way it could be and its potential,
Used to be what?
what do you mean?
What it used to be?
What you said about
Historically, the changing of the demographic.
Oh, originally wasn't it German? Predominantly?
German and Irish.
And how far back?
Yeah, it's funny though, but my father was German, but back when they were living here,
Wait,
they
did I
were-
know this?
I told you that.
You're in this neighborhood.
They went to church at St. Stan's. Isn't that crazy?
Right.
This was in the late 50s. My father was a Rotarian, and my mother, she was deaf. I told you that.
That I knew.
Oh, that's a shame.
Thank you. It was congenital. But anyway, she got pregnant with me, and then they moved out to Rosemont. And anyway, her family, they were Swedish.
There's a great article about this 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you guys read this about the history of the changing ethnic
Distribution.
Oh, I should read that.
the 70s, 80s, and that was followed by a period of rapid
Decline.
No,
I don't mean
Growing.
decline. I mean, there was trouble.
not trouble. She didn't mean trouble.
There was trouble.
Economic trouble.
Drugs are trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
Violence is trouble.
Exactly. And the violence is an outgrowth of the criminalization of those drugs.
Yeah, because you know we was both crackheads.
I know he was, man. It was funny when people are systematically dehumanized when you've been placed in a spaceless institutional project. And like it or not, that kind of environment is not conducive to the formation of
That's
a
true.
community. It's horrible.
It's a tough place to grow
With
up.
the effects on children.
On anyone.
And to take would have been not a prosperous, but a solidly middle class,
enclave
and to undermine the entire economic
infrastructure.
by warehousing people into
That was the thing.
little.
Right? I mean, if you construct some artificial semblance of a community and then you isolate people inside that, I mean, what would be the definition of a ghetto, right? And a ghetto is a place
But who
where
uses
people are
that word? I
the
don't.
definition I'm saying.
Well, my family
It's
sort of
like in Prague. Okay, so Prague is this ghetto, right? Jewish
We've been
ghetto.
to Prague.
Oh my God, Prague is beautiful. I loved. You didn't love it.
Prague was crowded.
And the food sucks, or is that just me?
What I'm saying is, it's not like there were all these Jews sitting around Prague one day looking at the real estate section and going, hey, here's an idea, let's all go live in that ghetto, right?
when were you in Prague?
Last April.
Ooh,
First Prague, then Zurich.
I want to go back.
Do you ski?
You mean down?
That I would like to see.
You ever been to
I
Switzerland?
ski. I have skied.
Okay, get that on video. I'm sorry.
No, seriously, what's about the idea of me skiing? Find so highly.
Anyway,
I just meant, like, if you like to golf, you go to Scotland. If you like to ski, you go to
I'm just trying to picture like
gratuitous. Anyway.
Yes, I think it's complicated.
I can't ski because I was born with weak ankles. Anyway,
where were we?
Page 3.
Oh, you're kidding. How can we?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
It is now 3:45.
Ooh.
I'm sorry for taking time.
No, but you
And
sound
I
great.
didn't mean to romanticize, okay?
You
There's
did.
nothing romantic about being poor.
But it was your neighborhood.
wait, what street?
Off the Larry.
My parents lived on Clybourne
your neighbors.
But I didn't mean to make it about my personal connection to the house. It's more about the principle.
But you can't live with the principal.
You have a personal connection
To the house.
to this house?
Her aunt.
I don't want to.
Lives
Let's
here.
not.
Wait, who?
Her great
Sort of beside the point. But yes, on my mother's side.
You don't mean you're here.
And this was 50 years ago.
You're in this house?
For quite some time,
Oh
actually.
my god! Oh my god! So you've been in this exact room?
I used to climb a tree in the backyard.
Oh god!
A crepe myrtle.
Oh, well, that is just bizarre.
Anyway, it took her aunt a long time to be able to save up for a house like this.
She was a domestic worker.
Oh wow!
And a house ain't cheap.
Not here anyway.
Not here in that time.
Well, at that time, well, you know, when I was growing up, I don't really remember seeing a single white face in the neighborhood.
There was
Pretty
the
much-
one we said. There was the one.
Who?
What was his name? Mr.
Mr. Wheeler!
Mr.
Oh.
Wheeler.
I don't think anybody ever knew his first name.
He was a
At the grocery store.
he bagged
At the super.
groceries. Yep.
Well, back then it was Gelman's, but then they tore down Gelman's.
And they turned it into a super saver.
No, but then they tore out the Super Saver.
And so, you guys know where the Whole Foods
And
is.
now, what happened to Mr. Wheeler?
Oh, dead, probably.
Oh,
He was, you know, developmentally.
Oh, that's sad.
oh, you know why that upsets me? I have a niece with Asperger's syndrome.
But you know, given the makeup of the neighborhood at that time and the price of a home like this one, the question naturally arises as to whether it was the thing that happened here in the house that in some way
Play the factor.
in making a place like this affordable for a person of her income.
The thing,
Sad. You know,
I don't.
this house.
the tragic.
Thing that
What thing?
well, it was a long time ago now, but
I'm just saying that since she was one of the very first people of color.
Something happened in this house?
What, somebody
that
died?
we
No,
need
it's
to
not
be
important.
concerned
No,
about.
no, 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 no.
Just that they're a family who had a son who'd been in the army
Korea, maybe.
and well, a few years after he came back from the war,
Killed himself.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sad.
Oh my.
which my great aunt didn't know, though I assumed he did.
No.
Oh my god, that is just, and they went ahead and sold her the house without telling her that because no one ever told us that.
Oh, well, they wouldn't, would
50
they?
years ago.
But legally, I mean, isn't that something that you have to tell people?
Not if you want to sell it.
Okay, it was something like he'd come back from the army and he'd been accused of something.
Killing
Innocent people.
killing civilians.
And then, you know, himself.
You don't mean like here in this exact.
Oh, no, not where we're sitting.
It was upstairs.
Reading?
Well, no, yeah,
I stop it.
the story I was told was that he went upstairs
and Mama.
No, I am sorry, but that is wrong.
Where are you going?
No, I am sorry, but to sell someone a house here, I don't want to know how he did it. I don't want to know how he did it or what room, because I am sorry. That is something from a legal standpoint we should have to tell. It's not. Well, it fucking should be. And now I have this horrible image in my head.
You make such a big deal out of it.
It is a big deal, Steve. In our family, if your child
It's not like you're still hanging up there.
It's not funny. It's not funny to me, so why are you acting like an asshole?
Okay, show you what you got, huh? Oh, so there's your problem right there, huh? I tell you one thing, I yanked this up from down there. The first thing I'm thinking to myself, you know what I'm thinking? Buried treasure, like Spanish doubloons or something. I don't know. And I know you're thinking, damn, you crazy bastard. But I tell you one thing, I know this guy, right? This guy, last summer, he's taking out this septic tank at his house out in Mundelein. So there he is, on top of his backhoe. All of a sudden, kaboom! This guy is exactly the sharpest tool in the box, if you know what I mean, huh? So he goes down there, maybe 5-6 feet with a chain and a winch. Swear to God, you know when he pulls up from down there? Oh, he stands back, he takes a look, and you're in the middle of something. Oh, my bad. No, bull in the china shop, according to my wife, as well as a couple other names not suitable for mixed, anyways.
Thanks.
Yeah, just leave this here for you.
Thank you.
You need me to open it, you let me know.
Great.
Oh! Problem though. Problem is this puppy right here. Now, the deal is, I got a saw. You take a hacksaw, maybe saw it off. But what you really want is a pair of bolt cutters, and I don't think I got any bolt cutters. Because you never know, it turns out to be full of Spanish doubloons. We'll have to split it 6 ways, huh? Oh, whoops! Oh!
I don't know your name.
Oh, Dan!
Hi, Dan.
Danny.
Frank.
Daniel when the wife gets pissed off?
But listen,
No!
if you wouldn't mind.
I got you. Yeah, no, you're in the middle of your thing, and I come barging right into
Thank you.
But hey, you get you some bolt cutters. You'd be a business, huh?
We will.
Alright. Oh! Tell you what, hang on a second, huh?
So I'm just going to push ahead if that's okay.
Ramirez!
We still got like 17 pages to cover.
And listen, I am sorry that I lost my shit. No, I did. I think we're both about a little tight right now with the baby and the money and the
Ramirez!
and then to top it all off, we get sent this petition in the mail at the very same moment. And I mean, the demolition was scheduled to start on Monday unless we get this resolved, which I want as much as anyone. And what do people expect?
Ramirez! Screw it.
So, a couple of options. One, as we said, would be reducing the height.
No, Tom, I'm sorry, but you cannot call an architect at the 11th hour and snap your fingers and say, can you redesign an entire house late in the day? Thank you.
I'm sorry you're upset.
I'm not upset. I'm not. And may I remind everybody that these guys are under no obligation, legal or otherwise, to have to do
so here's the
anything
wording from the
inside
City
of the
Council.
home. It's
And I quote, in recognition of the historic status of the Clybourne Park neighborhood and its distinctive collection of low-rise, single-family homes,
Aren't we a single family?
intended to house a community of working-class families.
Okay, see, the thing is, communities change.
They do.
That is just the reality.
It is.
And some changes to that.
Yes.
We all support that. But it might be worth asking yourself who exactly is responsible for that change.
I'm not sure
What are you trying to say right now? I'm asking you to think about the motivation behind the long-range political initiative to change the face of this neighborhood.
What does that mean?
I mean that this is a highly desirable area.
We desire.
I know you do.
Same as you.
And now the area is changing.
And for the better, right?
And I'm saying that there are certain economic interests that are being served by those changes and others that are not. That's all.
Which interests are being...
If you have a residential area in direct proximity to downtown,
Right.
and if that area is occupied by a particular group.
You know what? We are talking about one house.
I understand
A
that.
house for our family.
Which...
In which
That is just how it happens one house at a time.
Stop right there.
What are you doing?
No, I mean, maybe we should just come right out and say, maybe, shouldn't we do that? Because if that's what this is about, then, Jesus, maybe we ought to just save ourselves some time and say what it is we're really saying instead of doing this elaborate little dance around it. Never mind.
What dance?
I shouldn't, whatever.
So you don't think I've been saying what I actually
Not
know?
my way of thinking, no.
Well, what do you think it is that I'm...
Like we don't all know?
I don't.
Yes, you do. Of course you do.
Well, maybe you ought to tell us what it is that you think she's trying to
But it
say.
has to be me.
Well, you are the one who raised the question as to the sincerity of my speech.
What the fuck, Steve?
You know what? Forget I said it.
You didn't say
No, I'm interested.
Okay. If you really want it, it's race, isn't it? Like you're telling me that implicit in what you said, that this whole conversation isn't at least partly, am I right, informed by the issue of racism?
Are you out of your... I have
Please
no
don't
idea
connect me.
where
I
this is
asked
coming
you
from.
Well, the original issue was the inappropriately large house that you're planning to build, although now I'm fairly certain I've been called a racist.
But I didn't say that.
It sounded like you did.
Did I say that?
You kind of did.
In what way did I say that?
Well, somebody said racism,
Sizzle, not sis.
which must originate from something.
Which we all find totally reprehensible.
So, who's the racist?
Okay,
Is it you? Is it your wife?
Don't look at me.
Because by process of elimination.
Here's what I'm saying.
What are you
What
saying?
I'm saying was race not a fact.
I do not know this
Were
person.
there not these differences?
What differences? There are no
She comes in here
differences.
from the very beginning with all these issues, and
About
I'm
your
asking whether were we not, shall we say?
You are creating an issue where none exists.
Come on, you heard her. She's as much implied we want some secret conspiracy.
Oh, it's not a secret.
The hell?
Please don't be purposely naive. This has been under discussion for at least 4 decades at the highest institutional level. And now don't you act like you don't know what's true.
Well, and now we're the evil invaders who are
Never said
appropriating their
that.
ancestral home.
I am sorry, but this is the most asinine. Half of my friends are black.
What?
As it is true for most normal people,
Name one.
normal people tend to have a wide and
You
diverse
can't even
ranging
name one.
group of canvas.
Name another.
I don't have to stand here.
You said
and
half.
listen
You
to you,
specifically said half.
Teresa.
She works at your office. She's not your friend.
The baby shower, Steve. I hope she's not my
Oh, this is all fascinating. Well, I'd love to sit here and review all of American history. Maybe we should concentrate on the plans for your property.
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
has
the history of America is the history of private property. Read de Tocqueville.
Well, that may be, though I rather doubt. You know, your grandparents were sold as private
Oh
property.
my God. Okay, humans are territorial.
Who
Okay.
are you?
This is why we have wars. One group, one tribe tries to usurp a piece of territory. And now you guys have this territory. And you don't like having it stolen from you, the way white people have stolen everything from black America. We get it, okay, and we apologize, but what good does it do if we perpetually fall into the same euphemistic little tap dance around the subject?
You can tap dance?
You see what he's doing? No, every single word we say is scrutinized for some kind of blatant. Meanwhile, you guys go around N-word this and N-word that. We get it. Okay, I know why there's a double standard, but meanwhile, I can't even so much as repeat fucking joke. The one black guy I know told me.
So tell the goddamn
Not now.
No, if you feel so oppressed, why don't you either say the joke,
Do not.
or maybe you can move on.
Thank you.
Well, I want to hear it.
No, trust me. It is offensive to me. To me, it's offensive because it's disgusting and juvenile and it traffics in the worst possible, obsolete bullshit stereotypes.
Well, now I gotta hear it. No. She says it's so offensive and I have no way of knowing if she's right. If I don't ever hear it, how will I ever know?
You know what? I don't even remember.
2 men in jail, you said.
Oh,
I
read this one.
Yeah. But it's not even my joke, okay? It was told me by Kyle Hendrickson, who, for what it's worth, happens to be
Black.
right.
So the white man goes to jail.
I cannot believe that you actually
Anyway,
knock him dead.
goes to jail for embezzlement, something. Little white guy, and they put him in a cell with a
With a black man.
big black guy.
And why big?
I
Why
didn't
does it
even-
have to be big?
Nice there. It was just told to me.
A little white man.
God.
cell door behind him, I guess, and black guy turns to white guy and says, while you're in here with me, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either be the mommy, or you can be the daddy. So the white guy thinks for a second, goes, well, I guess if it's up to me, then I would prefer to be the daddy. So black guy says, okay, bend over, because mommy's going to fuck you in the ass.
That was not the one I was thinking. Are you insane?
To you. How was it offensive?
I don't think that it's me. You should be asking.
No. The thing about that joke, see, is that it's not funny.
No shit.
You laughed
No,
when
and I mean, had it been a funny joke,
It is funny. It is. Yes, it is. And the reason it is because it plays upon the latent fears of white people. Vis-a-vis.
Okay, I'd like to add. I'm gay.
Nice.
Why?
No, I could not tell at all.
Two men is funny. Just inherently
It's not
funny.
even sex. It's rape.
So rape is funny?
Yes, in the context of the joke.
My sister was raped. So it's offensive to me. It's me.
And it him and that was the whole point of the joke, to permit the free expression. What does that even mean? Offended. I don't even know what it means.
Oh my. How many white men does it take to change a light bulb?
Kevin.
I was not white men that take a change of like.
All of them.
Why is that?
One to hold the bulb while the rest of them screw the entire world.
I could do this all day. What's long and hard on a black man?
How is this happening?
I don't know, Steve, what is long and hard on a black man.
First grade. Offended?
No.
Neither am I.
You can't be offended, you moron.
I can't?
Because you've never been politically marginalized. I'm like the majority of people.
How can a majority be marginal?
And by the way, all women everywhere. And it's your classic white male myopia that keeps you blind to that basic fact.
why is a white woman like a tampon? Why? Why you know what?
No.
No. Okay, now I'm gonna tell them. Now please don't baby me. You have 3 babies at home and you need to pacify someone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wow.
I wash my hands.
Can you repeat the setup?
Why?
It was a white woman, right?
Like a tampon.
I don't know. Why?
Because they're both stuck up cunts. Wow. But I hope you're not offended.
See, I find that funny.
Dude.
Well, I'm offended.
Oh, you are not.
And how is it that it always comes back around to the women?
It was just a joke.
Exactly.
An extremely hostile
Directed
joke.
at me.
And in what way am I stuck up exactly? Oh, because I worked my ass off to get myself through law school. That makes me stuck up. Okay.
It's a joke about a tampon.
And maybe there's a difference between being stuck up and being intelligent.
You don't even know the fucking capital of Morocco. If there's anyone here who's being marginalized by the tide of history, you don't exactly see me sitting in the White House.
Thank
you?
the
Like you
Lord,
don't see me
amen.
kissing my pants and acting all offended.
I think I'm done.
If you want to know what offends me, how's the neighborhood we live in now? Bunch of white suburban assholes driving around with little yellow ribbon magnets on the back of their SUVs in support of some bullshit war. That's the sort of thing that offends me.
Now, why does that make them assholes?
Why?
You said yellow ribbons on the back of their SUVs make them
I didn't say that. I said with the magnet, not by virtue of.
So it's not the magnet that makes them the asshole.
You have one on your car?
I have 3.
3.
3?
One for each family member serving overseas.
Great.
I have the pink one for breast cancer.
So maybe I'm a triple asshole.
Oh, I think you all know who the asshole is.
Wow.
Well, you're being an idiot. In case you hadn't noticed, the rest of the world has begun a more sophisticated conversation on this topic than you are apparently qualified to handle. I mean, at this incredible moment in history, I used to date a black guy, so what, Steve? Seriously, wake up!
And it is now 4 o'clock. When did you get a what?
So, bottom line.
No,
Yep. Anybody?
I'm good. Well, I would like to say this.
No,
I would like to say that I feel angry. And I am basically kind of hurt by the implication that has been made that just because we want to live as your neighbors and raise our child alongside yours, that somehow in the process of that we had our ethics called into question, because that is hurtful.
you know, no one's questioning your ethics.
Well, I wish I believed
No, you know what we're questioning is your taste.
Okay,
Well,
so
that was
I will call you when the petition goes through.
Thank you.
Should we Tuesday at the latest?
What's wrong with our taste?
Yes.
I'm right behind you.
No, what's so egregious about the design of our home? Sweetie, I've got a thing, but I will call it tomorrow.
And you guys got my number if you want to talk? Yep.
Good luck, you guys, with your house. Maybe if you need to communicate from here on out, just reach out to Tom. Anyway, have a good evening. Hey.
Lau is right.
Amazing.
And for the record, that woman is the cunt.
What did you just say?
Just leave it.
No. Speak yourself, because when you do, I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth.
Oh, now you're gonna stand up.
Everybody inside my wife's business.
Are you too busy making friends with everybody?
What you
have to go with?
What is that?
All I do want to be
You know what?
everybody's friend. Hey, everybody, I'm Penny.
It was just 15 times.
You were thinking about it with me now.
What did I say?
Go back with me now. Huh? If you had a bug up your ass, the moment you slept, what is this? Go on.
I need to say something for babies.
Some of us are paranoid in the loop.
I get it. I'm secondary.
Because that's an easy one.
Tertiary.
Or maybe you don't want the baby.
I didn't know I had a choice.
Oh, you had a choice.
I'm sorry, what were the choices again? Let's see. A, let's say baby.
But you chose.
Or B, I'm divorcing you.
But you chose A.
A for arm
Do
twisting.
you have the keys?
B for
Do
blackmail.
you have the keys?
Yes! Yes, I have! What? You think someone's gonna rob the place? Go ahead! Help yourselves! Fucking shithole! Hello? Hello?
Dear Mom and Dad.
Kenneth? What are you doing down here?
Writing a letter.
Did your father leave already?
Don't see a car.
What time is it?
Don't know.
I overslept. I don't know why. I was up so late. I was up half the night and the house was so quiet and your father was sound asleep, but my mind just kept racing and it took forever to fall asleep.
Go back to bed.
Oh, look how you're dressed. What are you all dressed up for? Kenneth?
Drummer.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Francie. Morning. How's it raining out there? Sprinkling a little. Oh, I have noticed. Well, it is good for the grass. She will look nice.
Aren't you going back to sleep?
Oh, I will. I'm just about to. But you know, I think things are about to change. I really do. I know it's been a hard couple of years for all of us. I know they have been. I really believe that things are about to change for the better. I firmly believe that. You have enough light there. Don't hurt your eyes.